One reason I enjoy civil engineering is it gets you outside sometimes.
We are outside, walking through drainage systems, balancing on walls, going under streets, all to give you a look at
Parts of the city that no one normally sees from the road.
rarely seen, but very important. This system handles stormwater, but you can see there are some big problems.
During one of our storms, this section of the channel lining fell apart.
This is on the Brockbank Channel in the hospital district. The concrete is more than 50 years old.
With all the spring floodings we had this last year, this channel can not even contain what we would call a 5-year flood event.
Several homeowners in this neighborhood reported water getting into their homes last year, but work is getting started to improve that and make this channel able to handle a lot more water.
It is going to be wider, but as you can see along here, we have a lot of extra easement.
This is part of the focus in what people refer to as the Delaware Creek project, but it's actually bigger than that.
The project has kind of grown. It started out as Delaware Creek primarily. We did some more studies and we realized that 2 other channels, Embassy Channel, which is just to the west of the hospital, and Brockbank Channel, which is right at the west side of O'Connor Road, are just as crucial.
Some of the first work is happening now at the Live Oak Bridge. Removing it will give crews access to do the work necessary. When it's rebuilt, those vertical supports will be gone. As you can see in this photo, that type of structure can affect flow.
The new bridge that gets installed here will be a clear span with just one support in the middle.
Crews face other challenges here and along the adjacent Embassy Channel. You can see how close the fences are. So with no extra land for expansion, designers had to get creative to add capacity. They're adding depth, and these slanted walls will be rebuilt vertically, using stones like these throughout the project.
It looks very attractive.
They're like 6,000-pound Legos.
It costs a little more, but it's going to be just as sturdy and will last longer than the concrete walls we have now.
On the day of our visit, there was only a little water as we walked through the Embassy Channel. Of course, it's not always like this. In a rain event, what would we see?
What would you see? It'd be about 4 feet deep. Of course, the 100-year rain event, it cannot contain.
There are also more cracks in the concrete and other obstacles that slow the flow.
This is a utility pole that is in the middle of the channel. This creates issues with the hydraulic flow of the water in a flood event coming through here because it creates turbulence.
Construction already underway to expand State Highway 183 is another reason for this work.
Definitely directly related to what's going on 183. They will be releasing a lot more water, and there'll be a lot more water coming from the larger road that's being constructed.
In fact, some of the new, larger culverts have already been installed underneath 183. They will bring more water south.
And this will allow us to eventually take some of the drainage on the north side of 183 that goes almost all the way up to Northgate and correct some of the flooding we have up there with street flooding.
Construction of the current projects is expected to take less than a year and a half.
The goal of this, ultimately, in these 4 phases, will remove 229 structures out of the 100-year floodplain.
So even if you don't get to see the same views we did, the hope is that homeowners will experience the difference.
It'll protect them from flooding.